Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here at The Planet. Tim Martin is working the board, making sure everything sounds good. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com and you can hire Tim, who does in fact have a photo of himself up there now, apparently. So, is that a recent photo, Tim? Or is it from like high school or something?
No, it's recent.
All right, just making sure. And tonight the band with us is Edgewize. How are you guys?
We're great.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Why don't we'll start with you. Please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
Chris Saikuna, drums.
Okay.
Brian, bass player.
Okay. And who are the other two gentlemen in the room who are not mic'd up yet?
We have Keith Kusha on guitar and Chris Hollowig vocals.
Very good. Very good. Where are you guys from?
We're based out of Manchester.
Okay. Do you guys practice at Morgan's?
We do.
Yeah.
Home away from home for everybody.
Yeah.
We're the original band at Morgan's.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's had the longest band practice space in Morgan Storage. He's
Really?
the original.
Yeah.
This is the originator of the whole movement.
Wow.
Yeah, Keith and I were in a project, and we were playing. We've talked about this a lot recently, but we were playing in, what is it, your girlfriend's basement, right? After another project failed, so we were in his girlfriend's basement, and I had my drums down there, and it was on some plywood on some dirt.
Yeah.
And I was hitting my kick drum. I see the dirt kicking up. I'm like, this is just not cool. I'm like, I can't be playing with this stuff. So I'm like, I started contacting a bunch of storage places that were heated, climate controlled, and went to and talked to Charlie, and he gave us this back room up in at Morgan's, and thought it was a cool idea. He ended up leveling the whole third floor that we're on and building all those rooms that you see now.
So it's no joke. You really were the original.
No, legit. It's no joke.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
We got in
and now
there.
I have a practice space right next to him, so I can go from one room into the other room.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was us, and then Crown Vic came in and flying it at the time, and
Yeah. Well, now what year was that you moved in there?
99,
No kidding.
right?
At least it was about 12 years ago.
I was gonna say, I think it might be before that.
I'll be damned. Well, you
I don't
guys.
get any commission off that yet either.
Yeah, you deserve something. I bet he's extra nice to you at least.
Yeah,
Or I hope he is.
He takes his opinion well.
he does.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good. You did get it remodeled when he remodeled the bathroom.
We did,
So
yeah, we
they
did.
did get that.
We got a good upgrade past
Yeah.
year or so,
Yeah.
so it's nice.
Yeah, I've been in there in a while. I used to have a space there, but I haven't been in there in maybe 2-3 years now.
Yep.
Well, he's pimping on the third floor. You know, none of that first floor basement. You know,
Oh yeah.
He's big time. He's got windows.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it works out well.
Well, why don't we play a track and then we'll come back and talk about the band. You guys brought some tunes. What do you want to play?
We'll start with Mr. Sunshine.
All right, Mr. Sunshine from Edgewise here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with the guys from Edgewize. And right now we're talking with Chris and Brian, although there is more than one Chris in the band.
There is.
But we're talking to one of the Chris's. Well, how long has Edgewise existed? How new is this project?
It's not new at all.
I didn't think so.
Keith and I started the project in '99.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And we got full lineup for a few years. Keith left and went and joined Purge.
Okay, yeah.
Purge the Eye. Were they Purge at that point or Purge the Eye?
They were Purge the Eye at that
Yeah.
point.
And I kept it going. Me and the singer Sean, and found a new guitarist. Kept it going to about 2005. It faded. Kind of had enough of the band drummer at that point. Wanted to do something a little heavier, so got into other projects. Past couple years, Keith and I have been talking. I listened to some old DAT recordings that we had. I'm like, these are some cool riffs. Let's just get together and do them up, and just for ourselves. And we started jamming, and Chris and I had kind of got together through our bass player from Edgewise for another project. So it was this kind of whole carousel of people.
Yeah.
So I asked, Brian and Chris if they wanted to come in and help out, and they were all on board.
Yeah.
So it started sounding cool, and so it's kind of reinvented itself a little bit. And so what started out being a just kind of a, I don't know, just a
2-song recording project.
Yeah, just a small recording project for the fun of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of turned back into a full band situation.
A full album.
Full album.
Because right now we're not so much focused on playing out. It's more everybody kind of reinventing the songs. And right now, him and I are actually mixing the whole CD. Not even a rehash of old stuff. It's got some older songs. It's got some newer songs, and like the Mr. Sunshine song and.
Yeah, there's 10 songs on the disc. 9 of them are all riffs or fully written songs that were done between 99 and 2001.
Yeah.
And then Keith and I did a new one at the end of 2010. So there's one new song. All the other ones are all old, but it's kind of kept true for the most part, but it's all new vocals.
Okay.
New bass lines with Brian.
Yeah.
It's basically new and improved. You've seen that sticker on stuff?
There you go.
This would be the new and improved version.
So it's cool. It's we're trying to keep what we had then, but keep it kind of current as well. So it's been an interesting mix.
Now, it sounds like from what you said, though, when you initially put this back together, it wasn't supposed to be as big a deal. It was just supposed to be a couple tracks.
Yeah, it wasn't really supposed to be a big deal. There was another project I was in where a guitarist had left. And then the bass player and singer had moved back down to Mass. So I was kind of bandless at that point. So I was like, well, I'll just start. I'm tired of doing the band thing and getting people. It's the whole marriage. You try to keep everybody in the band, and it's tired of doing that. So I'm like, I'll try to start doing some projects, and part of it was kind of cleaning up the old back catalog. Fulfilling my own needs of just feeling like I needed to finish those. So that's kind of what it was, but it's been fun. We all get along really well. It's been pretty smooth. So
now, how long has this lineup existed?
October.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2010.
So this is relatively new.
Yeah.
And you and Keith are the original members? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Has there been any new material that you guys have all written together at this point, or has it been focusing more on just reinventing the older stuff that you had?
For the most part, it's reinventing. Keith and I wrote a new song, but Brian just he wasn't really part of the writing process at that point.
Okay.
So
I just showed up and they said, "Hey, here's the song. Play this."
Yeah, we just said,
went,
"Shut up."
Okay, yeah,
just play some bass.
Yep.
But Chris has done a great job of writing all new lyrics and new melodies. So we didn't let him hear any of the original versions of the recordings for the most part. Yeah. And just said, do what you hear.
So that really changes the flavor too. Like anything, the lyrics and the way it's delivered and his style versus the other guy. I mean, Chris is not taken away from the original singer, but Chris can. I mean, the kid can sing. It's he. Especially watching him in the studio, you can. A lot of singers, you're going take after take after take. It's hard to get repeat the same thing, and he's one of those guys who can go in and bang it out same way every time, and
that's rare.
It's actually pretty awesome. So the whole record are actually. I've recorded plenty of stuff, and to go in and do everything as quickly as it kind of happened. To us, it seems slow because you're not there doing it every day. But
Sure.
all in all, I mean, he recorded quickly. I mean, everybody has just kind of come in, done their thing, and that's why I think it works so well. Is everybody's into it, shows up, gets their job done, and it comes out awesome.
Is that why you guys decided to continue this beyond just doing a couple tracks?
Yeah, absolutely. We ended up doing a show in what was it? March,
A couple months ago, yeah.
April. Just for the fun of it, because we had the material. And just rehearsing all the songs, it hasn't felt like it hasn't been laborious at all. It's we show up and Chris is excited and Keith's excited and I'm excited. Brian's excited, so it's kind of, like I said, it hasn't been a forced situation.
Yeah,
so.
we played the show and it went over really well. We got a lot of positive comments.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you go out and you play something and it hasn't been, maybe the music, like a lot of that stuff is the most currently written stuff, but to go out and have people go, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it's good to hear. So it was positive response. So why not? I mean, why not put out a CD? And if people like it, awesome. At least put it out there for the fans.
Have you played more shows since that, or have you been focused on the disc?
No, we haven't played. That was kind of a quote-unquote secret gig type of thing.
Where was it?
At Millie's in Manchester.
Yeah.
So it was, which works out because we rehearsed right across the street, basically.
Yeah.
Almost dumb to put your stuff in a car.
It was,
Yep.
yeah. So we said we won't do any more. I had been looking at other gigs, but I kind of backed off so we could just get the recording done, focus on it, do the best we can with that.
Yeah.
We're doing it all ourselves, so it's, there's some learning curves here and there. But it also allows us to take the time and get it to sound how we hear it.
Yeah. That is convenient when you jam at Morgan's and you have a show at Millie's. I actually did once carry my amp because I was having car trouble. I carried my amp from Morgan's over to Millie's.
I can see. I thought about it. I'm like, well, it's got wheels. I mean,
yeah. Just roll it. Yeah.
I guess I'll put it in my car.
I was going to make Brian feel like the new guy and just carry each piece of my drums over one at a time.
Hazing.
That would have been brutal.
That'd been fun.
That's a long hill to let those toms roll down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you guys have plans to play some shows this summer, or what's the plan?
Finish the disc if we can. We want to do we're trying to schedule a CD release show.
Yeah.
And then once the disc is done, I think we're going to try to do at least a couple shows a month for a while.
Yeah.
See how
Bring
it
it out
goes.
there, see if people latch onto it. I think a lot of it's very, it's rock. It's got some great hooks in it. I definitely could see a lot of people getting into it. So
Yeah.
Hopefully put it out there. And I mean, we, like anything in music, you're doing it for yourself. I mean, I do it because people enjoy it, but you do it because the four guys in the band enjoy doing it more than anything. So
Sure.
definitely want to get out and play and bring. I think the CD would do really well.
So this is kind of the world premiere for these tunes, huh?
It is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
I've kept them.
We actually were finished mixing the Mr. Sunshine tune hours ago.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good deal. Well, why don't we play another track? What do you guys want to play?
This one is called Ocean.
From Edgewize here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Wishing, wanting 100.1 The Planet's local outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with Edgewize in the studio tonight. And we swapped out the two guys for the other two guys. What's going on, Keith and Chris?
What's up?
Not too much. It's happening.
What's happening? Keith, what do you do in the band?
I play guitar.
You play guitar?
Yeah.
And Chris?
Sing.
All right. Now, Keith, you're the other original member, right? With the other Chris?
Yeah. We kind of founded this whole mess way back when. And revitalized it just recently, So, we go back, before Edgewise. Chris had joined another project I had going on. We did that together for about a year or so.
You guys have all been in multiple bands, haven't you?
Everybody has, That's part of being a musician,
Yeah.
Very rare you ever see anybody from their only band going right through the years.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like girlfriends, You keep going through until you get married,
Right.
Now we're married.
Who's married? You and Chris? That's sweet.
Chris and I are married.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna get a dog,
Sure. No, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So now, how is it different this time around for you?
Well, my hair's a hell of a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So it's not getting caught in the headstock.
I picked up where you left off.
Yeah, someone had to.
Chris has the hair. Yeah.
A lot's, I mean, we've matured as people. We've matured as musicians. I suppose, back in those early days, we're hungrier for more of a commercial success. That was kind of the thing that spawned the whole Edgewise thing. Is we were doing a lot of underground style projects, and we were like, well, let's curve a little bit to more of a mainstream, so to speak, without so-called selling out.
Right.
And that's what kind of spawned the whole idea of Edgewise, and it just progressed from there. And and now it just, I suppose, without that drive for this huge success, we just become more comfortable with everything, and it's actually worked a heck of a lot better. We're not killing ourselves to do it, and the music's flowing a lot better.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's more fun this time.
It is. It was always fun.
Yeah.
We had a great time. There's never any regrets from what we did in the past, but now it's just... It is. It's more fun, more exciting than it's ever been, especially since now we're doing the full CD. The songs are just hotter than they've ever been. Chris's vocals are just amazing.
Yeah.
Brian's presence in the band is just huge. So that just brought it to another level. It's the band we were hoping to create back then.
Right.
Yeah.
And Chris, you've worked with Keith
I worked
before?
with H.
Oh, you? Oh,
in
okay.
another band that didn't get off the ground.
Yeah.
we actually worked at a store together.
Yeah, back in the day, we worked at a music store together.
You and Brian?
And never played together. Just were co-workers. Actually, we hung out a little bit outside of there, and then, like anything, you go on, do other things, and then, I'll say, 6 days passed. Trying not to date ourselves. In 77, we started this project, and we're almost there. It's almost done. So no, it was a certain span of time, and he just popped his head in because pretty much everybody H knows, I know. He's like, oh, so and so's stopping by. Brian, he plays bass. I was like, Brian Rourke? He's like, yep. I'm like, yeah, I know him. So he just full circle. So much different. When you work with people, it's work, but playing, it's a whole different environment. So yeah, I mean, everything's new to me. So to me, it all feels like a new band. But I mean, it's hard to find people who are dedicated. H is just a very dedicated person. He puts everything into it, and to have somebody who's kind of that emphasis in there it inspires me to be like that, because like we all said, it's like having a family.
Yeah,
it's like a marriage. It doesn't work sometimes, and it falls apart, and trying to keep it together, everybody gets sick of the baggage and stuff, and this hasn't felt like that. So it's definitely inspiring to have that. It makes me want to show up and push that much harder, and they definitely push me pretty hard. So they say all nice things now, but
in terms of your approach to singing for the band, I mean, do do you just kind of bring your own style to it, or is there any pressure to kind of sound like the original, I don't know his name, the original singer? Or
no pressure to sound like the original singer. I played in another band with none of these guys well before I knew him, and I knew Sean from a band called Arcana, and I played in a band years ago called Open Mind. And we used to play with them. And
I remember Open Mind.
Yeah. That's where I'm from, and we played with them in Crucix quite a bit. Okay, back in those times. There it is. I just dated myself again. Cut all that out. It was like 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I remember playing with them. Yeah, so I knew Sean and all those bands. Much different vein than what this is. Different type of vocals, me and Sean.
Yeah.
I always liked Sean's voice, and I had never heard him in this project, so I didn't know any different, but I always liked his voice in that, but that was more of a progressive metal type of thing, so this is no pressure to sound like him or that vein. They just said, come up with something that fits your vocal. There are certain limitations on how vocal I can be and how much of my range I can pursue. Okay, but that's just to keep it in check. So it keeps that more modern sound with like an old school feel.
So no like sort of 80s screaming or
no
anything
80s
like
screaming.
You can't do it. That's the same.
No.
It's a hard rock project too. The music just doesn't warrant that type of power.
No crazy vibrato and super hill notes and
no showing off.
Yeah, no crazy ballading and
We wouldn't go out for doing just one.
but it works. It works. I admit I keep myself in check on some of it because you have that just because you can do certain things, if you have the ability to do it, there's only so much, double bass you can put into a song, or crazy ripping solos. And sure. I don't think that that's where we're at right now. We want to play something that just appeals, to the type of people, to the masses that like this style of music. It's, it's short and sweet and gets to the point, And, I think that, that's a lot of what sells records these days. So,
sure.
But we're definitely, the heart is there. We're not just doing it and like, oh, what's somebody else like? I like it. It's in my very comfortable range. So it's just fun.
Yeah, that's good. When you guys played that show, that gig at Millie's, were there a lot of the old Edgewise fans there, or? I mean, I'm sure you guys had a lot of people there, especially given the other bands that you guys have played in. I mean, did you see a lot of familiar faces?
There was some. I mean, we got the word out verbally a little bit through Facebook. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of them were probably, I guess you could say, more closer friends to us than so-called fans.
Sure.
I mean, it had been some time since Edgewise was off the radar. So... to get the word out there, and like Chris had mentioned, it was more of a secret show. It was we didn't push it really hard. We just wanted to go out and test the waters because it's a new lineup, refurbished songs. We haven't played together as a band, so it was just kind of get out there and try it, and let's just get a few people in. We probably brought about 100 folks with us.
Yeah,
and. So a lot of the people were familiar with some of the older stuff. So, we did pull a couple surprises out of old songs from the old On Deaf Ears CD we put out. And some of those old hardcore fans that knew the songs were just, wow, this is great, singing along with the words and stuff. So it was really cool. So, but, I mean, overall, it went over better than we were hoping, which is
it was
great.
a better showing, and the vibe was right, and we definitely for just first time shined that evening, and that's what I'm all about. The recording process is hell. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrific. There's no passion or feeling. It's all under a microscope. I just want to get back to playing with my band and playing live, and that's
what you enjoy the most is being live.
The feeling, I feel that I'm a much better. I record well, but I think I'm a much better passionate live singer. I feed off of the energy of the band,
sure,
and everybody being into it, and that's what we have here. Because like I said, I've stuck with H over the last, I don't even know how many years. Yeah, and through, you know, thick and thin. And, you know, it was always something there, but the energy or the passion, the click wasn't there. And there's definitely a click, and that click drives me, put me in front of enough people, even if it's two.
Sure.
And
They're pumped up.
I'll try to, if I can get them pumped up about it. Yeah, so I look forward to, they're in the mixing process. I look forward to this being done.
Right.
We were hoping to have a release date and a show date for, you know, this interview, or I could just say, we're going to be playing a show coming up, and you can just insert whatever that date is, we'll tell you.
Well, I'm sure you guys are on top of posting online too.
Yeah,
You got coming up.
Yep,
so
we're on
that's
Facebook.
that's the key.
Yep.
Yeah,
The social networking.
absolutely.
Yep. Keep track of us. Make that guy some more money.
And actually, we haven't mentioned how Edgewise is spelled, because for people looking for you online, we should clarify that.
Yeah,
How do you-
Edgewise. Wise is Wize.
Yeah.
And if you can't spell edge, well, then just turn the radio off.
Turn the
Just
radio
have a
off
few
and go get a
buys,
dictionary.
That was half our fans. Edgewize Music.
Well, why don't we play another track from? Oh, I'm sorry, EdgewiseMusic.com. That's the official site.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very nice, very nice. And why don't we play another track? What do you guys want to play? Since we're world premiering these songs tonight.
This is Proud.
All right, Proud from Edgewise here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Proud and down, real proud.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with the guys from Edgewise. And to wrap things up, we have Keith and Chris, or is it H? I keep hearing the guys call you H.
Yeah, I think it's come from all the years of too many Chris's around our age group. So, and my last name is Haikuna, which nobody can spell or say.
Right.
So it was easier just to go with H.
Well, and you got, those two Chris's in the band, so that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So should I call you that for the remainder of the...
Sure.
All right, H.
Like Prince.
So we have Keith and H. And so you guys must be pretty excited to get... how long was Edgewise away? It was 2005 that you had wrapped up, so it's been, 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is this kind of... Do you guys have any other projects that you're doing in addition to this, or are you focused on Edgewise and keeping this rolling now?
It's mostly the CD is the main goal. Yeah. I did have, for whatever reason, good or bad, the idea of trying to document this process.
Really?
And I hooked up with this kid who's a film student, who's also a musician. He does great work. Mm-hmm. So I contacted him, and we're trying to do our best behind the music.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, cool.
Episode. So we'll see. I'm still... I don't know what I was thinking really with that whole project, because I didn't really plan on producing a movie, or directing a movie, and so that's been a lot of work.
It'll be in the expanded version of the CD.
That's cool.
Yeah, or something. It'll be something.
Download it off the site.
Yeah. I'm not sure these guys are too excited with. We're trying to record a CD, and then I got, film equipment in the studio at the same time. When these guys are trying to record parts, I'm like, just do what you normally would do. And
the guy chasing us around with a camera.
Yeah, don't worry about the film guy following you around or the lighting posts or anything. It's all natural.
It was cool. I mean, he's a hip guy. He plays guitar, so
great guy.
Yeah. So that makes him cool right there.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he got it.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So now, is the disc going to be only available online, or are you going to have it in stores? What's the plan? Are you just going to distribute it on iTunes, or?
It will be on iTunes. It'll be free online for download. Yeah. And we're also going to package it.
Okay.
In a physical version, so
we'll have hard copies at the shows.
Okay. So you buy it at the show, or it'll be free to download?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Right.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, we're kind of... It's a little bit of the old school in us. I still like a physical product.
Oh, yeah. People still like to look at liner notes and stuff like that,
I gotta have that thing to hold.
I gotta hold it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it doesn't feel done at that point.
Anybody can make an MP3. And,
I don't think CDs will ever go away completely. For that reason, there's always going to be people who still want the physical version of it.
Right.
So, now, you guys, is it all DIY? Are you guys doing everything yourselves as far as production and getting the disc out when it's done and everything? Or?
Yeah.
It's primarily H here.
Yeah.
Driving the whole thing. Because I mean, he's got the recording gear. He's got the passion more. I mean, we're all passionate about it, but he gets the fire lit on everybody. You know, absolutely obsessive, compulsive.
Yeah, that's
obnoxious.
Good. Slave driver,
annoying, whatever. Pretentious, whatever.
But, I mean, it's good to have that, because then it pulls the rest of us in.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's more. I get inspired from all the bands that I like. From Zeppelin to whatever. I just, in my own head, I feel like we can do that too, whether it's real or not. But so you just try to. I always call it being a rock star in our own mind.
Yeah.
So it's you have these visions, and you're not getting any younger. So why not try to do them? So it's from album concepts, covers, artwork, order of songs, how we want to record, what kind of sound we want to use, what kind of mics I want to use. I think of all that stuff and go in debt buying it and and try it out. And if it doesn't work, well, then we can it and try something else. And that's one, you got to give it a shot.
Right, absolutely. Well said. Well said. And we want to mention again, Edgewise is EDGEWIZE.
Yes.
For anyone looking for you online. And edgewisemusic.com. That's
edgewisemusic.com. Yep.
Okay.
Like us on Facebook. Find us. All that stuff. Twitter is Edgewise. I think it's just Edgewise. I forget. I don't tweet to myself.
Yes. We're technically at Edgewise.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
People correct me on that all the time. You have to remember the
Right.
at.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, guys. Congratulations on getting this thing rolling again and the new CD and everything. It's very cool, and it's good to be able to kind of, like I said, world premiere the tunes tonight on Local Outbreaks.
Yeah. Yeah. I've kept them pretty close knit. I know.
we
yeah.
haven't.
A couple of the girlfriends and wives, I've heard it, but other
Yeah,
than that,
that's
haven't
about
really
it.
put it out there.
Yeah.
Again, playing Rockstar in our own mind, so we'll try to. No, it's top secret is like Chinese democracy or something.
Right.
Yeah, but, after this, everybody's going to have a copy. It's going to spread around the whole web, and
Yeah.
Right.
we couldn't
it's
be
fun.
so lucky. Right?
Well, guys, thanks very much to all four of you for coming in tonight.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank
and
you.
Everybody keep an eye on edgewisemusic.com for hopefully you'll have some shows coming up and we can see you live and
Definitely.
whatever
definitely
else
coming.
and maybe
Yep.
check out that documentary.
Yeah.
So very curious to see that. And what do you guys want to play to wrap up the show?
This is the new song that we wrote last fall.
Okay.
So this isn't one of the old original riffs.
So this is totally written by the existing lineup?
Yep.
Very
Yep.
nice.
All
This is-
new riff.
Yeah, inspired off one of the old riffs that never made it to the song, really. But
What's that? It contradicts what?
So it contradicts his earlier question if anything was new. So
it,
I said it. No.
He said we had one new song.
yeah, it's one new song. It was,
Yeah, I
it was
remember
written.
that. Yeah, he
It was
said
written
that, yeah.
fresh for the project. So
It's all good.
It's all good. No, yeah. So this is it was just a fun jam. We thought we'd throw it on a disc. So it's kind of
It's awesome.
for me, I see it as the bridge to the next album,
Okay.
basically, because the next album, when that gets done, it will be all completely new material. So, again, in my Rockstar mind, that's how it segues into the next disc. So, this is called The Calling.
All right, very good. And Tim, thanks again. Tim from centralnhevents.com. If you need a DJ for your event, Brian says yeah, Tim as well. So if you need a DJ, go to that website immediately and hire Mr. Tim Martin for your event. And I want to remind everybody too, if you like what you heard tonight, if you want to be able to keep and download this interview, have it forever and ever you can, go to ipmnation.com/local outbreak, where we archive every edition of Local Outbreak ever made. And this is the call. Is it Calling or The Calling?
The Calling.
The Calling.
Yep.
From Edgewise here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
thank you.
What is this I see? A vision that's my only prayer. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. Is it madness?
100.1 The Planet's Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
The Planet's Local Outbreak is recorded weekly at the studios of 100.1 The Planet. It's engineered by Tim Martin of CentralNHEvents.com. Matt Connarton of IPMNation.com is the host of The Planet's Local Outbreak. The show is produced and edited by Annie Biello of 100.1 The Planet. For artist links and details about The Planet's Local Outbreak, log on to The Planet's Entertain Me page, WPNHFM.com. The Planet's Local Outbreak is available for download anytime online, IPMNation.com/local outbreak. The Planet's Local Outbreak is a product of 100.1 The Planet and Northeast Communications.